The Gospel of John, chapter 21, a reading from The Remedy. Later on, Jesus again appeared to his disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. Simon Peter, Thomas, called Didymus, Nathanael, from Cana in Galilee, Zebedee's sons James and John, and 2 other disciples were together on the beach. Simon Peter said, "I'm going fishing." And the rest said, "We'll go with you." So they went out by boat, but caught nothing all night. Early in the morning, Jesus appeared on the shore, but the disciples didn't recognize him. He called to them, "Friends, haven't you caught any fish?" "No," they answered. They had their nets cast on the side of the boat away from the shore. And Jesus said, "Throw your nets on the right side of the boat, toward me, and you will find some fish." When they did, the catch was immediate and so great that they couldn't haul it into the boat. Then John realized it was Jesus and said to Peter, "It is the Lord." As soon as Simon Peter heard him say, "It is the Lord," he picked up his outer garment, jumped into the water, and swam to shore. The other disciples followed in the boat, towing the net full of fish, and they were only about 100 yards from the shore. When they landed, they saw fish grilling on the fire and some bread. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish you have just caught." Simon Peter climbed aboard and helped them drag the net ashore. It was full of 153 large fish, yet the net was not torn. Jesus, always concerned for their every need, said, "Come and have some breakfast." While they ate, none of the disciples needed to ask him, "Who are you?" for they all knew it was the Lord. Jesus broke the bread and gave it to them, and he did the same with the fish. This was the 3rd time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he had risen from the dead. After breakfast was over, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than you love others?" "Yes, Lord," he said, "you know that I love you." "Then take the remedy to my infected children," Jesus said. Again Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you really love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, I really love you." Jesus said, "Then nurture and care for my children." A 3rd time Jesus said, "Simon, son of John, do you truly love me?" Peter was hurt by this 3rd request. He began to doubt himself and with tears in his eyes said, "Lord, as far as I know my own heart, I love you. You know all things, and you know the inmost secrets of my heart. So you know the depth of my love for you." Jesus said, "Yes, you do love me, and I want you to take the remedy I have provided and distribute it to my children. I will tell you the truth about your life. When you were a young man, you were free to choose what clothes you would wear, the places you would go. But when you are old, your freedom will be taken from you, and your hands will be stretched out, and you will be taken where you do not want to go." Jesus said this, disclosing that Peter's death would reveal how God's glorious healing power had completely transformed Peter's character to be exactly like that of Jesus. Then Jesus said, "Follow me." Peter looked behind him and saw John following. Peter then looked to Jesus and said, "Lord, what about John? What will happen to him?" Jesus answered, "What happens to John is between me and John. If I want him to remain alive until I return, How does that change your duty to me? You must complete the mission I have assigned to you, regardless of what happens to John. Because of this, the rumor spread among the believers that John would not die. But Jesus did not say that John would not die. He only said, "If I want him to remain alive until I return, how does that change your duty to me?" I am John, the disciple who witnessed these events and testified to them. I have written them down myself. Everything written here is the truth. Jesus did many other things beyond what is written here. If everything he did were written down, the entire world could not hold all the books that would be written.